What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. I think we have some interesting things that are going on right now because we don't have clear definitions or a clear understanding of this Federal Reserve buyout that we could see, right? The Fed buying back our XRP. Could that be a possibility? Or is there any other scenario to where they don't buy it back from us, but they buy it back for cheaper, right? Now, this is all a hypothetical situation. It doesn't mean that these things are going to happen, but I am going to try and break it down for you guys the best way that I can. And if you have any questions, feel free to put those down below because this is not scripted. So with it not being scripted means that I don't really have a full plan or breakdown, bullet points to go through, but I do understand, kind of what I'm trying to get through here, the message I'm trying to get through. So in this video, we're going to explain that. Before we get started, make sure you guys hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out any of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And also, if you want to check out my link for BTTC, that should be at the top of the description. You can trade up to 500x leverage, extra bonuses up to $10,000. You can get 10% deposit bonus on $500 more, or $500 or more. You can also have 40% lower trading fees as well. So feel free to check out this link down below if you guys are interested. It is a great platform that I've been using for quite some time, a little over a month now. Had some practice with it with the demo trading, and then also went into live trading and has had some success so far. So feel free to check it out if you guys are interested. Now, when we talk about XRP, the sky's the limit for the market cap. And the reason being is because no one truly knows exactly how it's going to be used, but we know that it has the popularity. We know that it has the use. We know that it has so many things going for it that's telling us XRP is going to be that next thing, right? Recently, we saw XRP run quite a bit, and it's been held back for many of years by the SEC. The SEC suing them for violating securities laws is what they said. But now we understand that the sale to regular retail traders is not violating securities laws. However, the sale to institutions is violating securities laws, which I believe Ripple is kind of fighting against, and maybe the lawsuit will be scrapped when Trump gets into office or Gary Gensler just resigns or something like that. So we're getting a lot of hype and a lot of attention around XRP, and the questions are coming back up. How could this be the world currency? How could this end up turning into that next big thing, and we could potentially see the buyout that we all want? I think first we need to go into understand these numbers, and then we'll dive into more information. First, let's start with the world GDP. The world GDP is $105 trillion as of 2023. We also go into the global transaction daily volume and monthly volume of 2.63 trillion daily and 56.1 trillion monthly. And then we also need to understand the Federal Reserve total assets that are held by. You have $7 trillion as of November 2024. Now, what does this all tell you, right? All of these numbers are key to XRP kind of being implemented within there as the world digital currency. Doesn't mean it's going to be the physical world currency, that nobody's going to use the dollar, nobody's going to use any other fiat currency. No, that's not the case, right? We're still going to see that. We're still going to see reserves that are there. But as the world digital currency, what percentage of that is being taken over? So when we do our calculations, it's all based on what could be used. Now, why? Why would XRP be used over Bitcoin? Bitcoin is worth $93,000. Why wouldn't Bitcoin be used over XRP? You have to understand, if you're looking to make multiple transactions a day, if you're looking to, say, buy something, I'm trying to buy this phone here and I want to buy it with digital currency. If I go to the store and I buy with Bitcoin, it may take a longer process, as well as not seeing to see it's not as energy efficient and it's not good for the environment and all of these different things. It's just not the best case scenario. At the time when they were saying Bitcoin was going to be the world currency, that was the best case scenario that a lot of people believed in or saw. So when you make a transaction, say with your bank to a business, it may seem like that transaction happened instantaneous, but it didn't, right? It takes days for that to go through. You just see the money come out of your account. The bank gets a notice, and then they go through and do that. The other bank gets a notice that they're going to get a deposit as well. or the business gets a notice that they're going to make a deposit. They have their merchant fees, all these other things. So it takes a longer process. Bitcoin was that better option. Now you have things like XRP and Solana and others that are faster. And XRP showing its level of popularity, showing the parent company that's US based, that's also looking to implement their payment systems in banks, institutions, in just every place that you could possibly have it or imagine. And that being with them implemented so many places, it brings up XRP as the main user there. So using XRP will be a better process because not only is it everywhere, it's also insanely quick. You could send it and within seconds, it's already at the place where you want it to get to. It's secure. It's reliable. It's everything that we want. It's also cheap. So with that being said, XRP looks like it's going to be the world currency, right? So with that, using XRP as the masses use XRP, now the Fed is kind of scrambling. So it all leads back to the Fed numbers. What do they have to hold in order to kind of maintain this circulation of XRP in our country as well as the world, right? So different reserves. They have to maintain this amount of XRP because the whole purpose of the Federal Reserve is, they're required to hold a portfolio of, government bonds, mainly treasuries, securities, that covers the total value of all physical dollar bills in circulation. So if you're doing the same thing with XRP, you have to be able to do that. Now, to get to the buyout, not to bore you guys with all this information, to get to the buyout information, in order for them to buy out XRP and actually have that in reserve, there would be, two options. And you can have one of those two options. You can have either the Federal Reserve decides to reach out to Ripple and they come to an agreement to where the Fed buys Ripple's supply, Ripple's escrow amount of it before they decide to implement it, and they can decide to implement it whenever they want to, if they want to, or they could basically hold it as a reserve just in case something, shit hits the fan, for lack of a better term, and now you can utilize that reserve money in order to make sure the Americans are whole and people are whole, right? Now, that would be the cheapest way for them to go, right? They would go basically right now and say it's at $1. We would pay $30 billion to gather your reserve, and then people would be able to use that heavily because it is the most popular thing, right? Then what you could do, besides that, and what we're hoping for is the buyback, where Ripple then implements or introduces all of its supply into circulation, which is 44 billion over 44 months. And then the price starts to go up because we keep using it and it keeps going from country to country, person to person, bank to bank, person to bank, bank to business, all of these different places. And now the Fed is scrambling just a little bit to buy our XRP as a reserve, right? Now, that's a little bit iffy to where if that does truly happen, you could see hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of dollars that it's being bought back for because we hold a lot of it. But if they decide to buy Ripple stock or Ripple allows that to happen, then it's a whole nother story. It's a whole nother situation. Now, I'm not sure that will be the case. I'm literally just speculating, and all of this is speculation because I've heard so much about the buyout, but you hear no information on exactly how that gets done. But these are kind of the ways that I break it down in my mind. And as I go through the information, I start bringing up trillions and trillions of dollars to where it can get to. Because if we just look at the circulation of money and say the circulation for dollars in the US is like 2.6, is that what it is? 2.6 trillion. So if we literally compare that to where it is right now and say, all right, we have 55 billion coins that are available. And if we get to a $1 trillion market cap, we're going to be at a $10 price point, right? A $2 trillion market cap will be a $20 price point, if I'm not mistaken. So you can see these levels that it does get to up to these higher trillion market cap. I think I might be mistaken. I think a $5 trillion market cap is like $100. But you know, I would have to go into that detail because I don't have it right in front of me. But the point is that you can see how the use can translate to what the value can be, and also what potentially others would see. Now, one other thing I would like to point out is that the Fed does understand that Ripple or XRP is supposed to be used as that transaction-based currency. This is why it was held back in 2020 from pushing up in 2021 with that bull market, and it was trying to be held back in this bull market because they're not prepared for it. What the Fed is trying to do with Fed Now and implementing, you know, CBDCs and seeing how they implement any other currency, any other cryptocurrency, a stable coin, whatever, is to take over the popularity of what XRP has, because they want to implement something that they can continue to print just like the US dollar. The issue with that is you can't force people into buying what they have and what they're looking to push out there. You can only go with the flow, which seems to be XRP. Now, this is all my opinion. Don't shoot the messenger in any way, but I'm just trying to inch my way closer to understanding all of it and seeing it all laid out 100%. But it doesn't mean that it's going to happen 100%. So don't sit here and bank on the fact that they're going to buy it out at $30,000. If you have some in reserve and it ends up getting bought out at $30,000 a piece, congratulations, right? And I will have that. I'm sure many will have that. But don't bank your entire portfolio on getting bought out at $30,000. There's so much more to be had that's out there. And, you can have bits and pieces and still sell some as time goes on to go through whatever the system actually is. So anyways, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Hopefully you guys understood where I'm coming from. If you don't understand it, then we can explain it again in maybe a future video and do like a full scripted breakdown. But I really want to refrain from doing that because it's all hypothetical. I create it and it is still a hypothetical situation. But either way, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Check out my link for BTTC down below if you guys are interested in signing up for a leverage trading platform. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.